you?
Oh my God. Okay, let me stop fangirling. Let me
What's up, Shorty? Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for coming on. Oh my God. I am such a big fan. I am
Oh,
such
thank
a
you.
big fan.
I'm glad you
So
enjoy it.
I do. I love it. This is what we needed. This is what we needed. But how I do interviews, it's just off the cup. It's a conversation, and you just introduce yourself, tell people who you are and what you do, and anything you want them to know before we get started.
Well, hi everybody. My name is Chanel Mack, the Bronx Bombshell, and I am an actress and a new filmmaker. So yeah, that's who I am. Nice to meet you all. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God. Okay. Now I have a plethora of questions. You done dropped a bomb. All right. How did you get into acting? What was it about acting that called you?
I kind of want to say I always wanted to be a performer of some sort, just never honestly had the confidence to do so.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of my adult life, like all of my adulthood, I've only worked in the entertainment industry. I've worked on a plethora of TV shows. I worked with Jerry Springer. I worked at VH1 with Love and Hip Hop. Like I worked on so many shows, but just behind the camera. And then I just
Mm,
got to a point where I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna take that leap of faith and jump in front of it. So I just went to school, and the end is history. I just kind of made that decision, stood 10 toes down on it, and just went with it.
so how hard is it in the industry, especially being a woman, being a black woman, and trying to get roles and just the respect that you deserve?
I mean, yes, it's hard, but because I enjoy what I do and I'm so blessed to do it, then I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it as being hard. I just kind of see it as these are just steps you have to go through to get to what you want. Because it's like, how bad do you want it?
Facts.
So I don't want
Facts.
to really say it's hard, but if
Mm,
that's the case, then anything is hard, you
facts.
know?
So you are on a show, to me that is groundbreaking, because in the black community who love paranormal and supernatural things, we've always said we wanted, where the black people at?
Right.
Where the black people at? So you are on a show that to me is groundbreaking. So how does it feel to be on such a show that you really have like this incredible paranormal supernatural fan base?
Like, it's exciting. For me growing up, but representation is so important.
Mm-hmm.
So as a person that kind of fed myself into like black TV and black sitcoms growing up, I
Mm-hmm.
understand how important it is to see ourselves in whatever it is that we like. So I'm glad that I get to be a part of a project like this where there are girls and boys out there that really can see themselves in our characters and they can feel a part of it. Because
Yeah.
oftentimes, yeah, we're left out, or they may just throw us like one little token black character and
Yeah.
expect us, to be a monolith and we all relate to that one person. And that's not always how it is. So,
Yeah.
I feel like honestly that we're part of history a little bit. Like we're part of a cast that will kind of go down as a cult classic.
I was hoping they was gonna keep superstition so y'all can do a crossover,
If
but
that, I mean, look, that's up to the network. We don't make no decisions with that.
I'm just saying because I was like, those were my two favorite shows. Two favorite shows. So tell me, you said that you are going and you're a filmmaker. You're a
Mhm.
filmmaker. So what is your idea of a good film?
My idea that's a hard question. Sheesh. My idea of a film that evokes all of the emotions.
Mm,
If I could watch something that can like make me bust out laughing in a certain scene and then make me think and provoke thought and then also make me cry, and this can all happen in one piece of art, I want to say that makes a great, perfect film. I want
now
to feel all of the feels.
now I usually talk to indie authors and indie film companies and stuff like that. How would you do it looking for, let's just say you're looking for a film, a script, and you're looking at a book in particular? What type of book would you look for to be something that you will really try to dive into?
I'm gonna say this, and this may come off wrong, but I don't care. I stand on it. The antagonist or the protagonist has to be a black woman.
Mm,
If you want me to look at it as a for me, what I'm doing right now, I don't care if the villain is a black woman. I don't care if the hero is a black woman, but I need to see a strong black woman. We may
mm,
not like what she's doing with her strength, but I want to
mm-hmm.
see it has to have a strong black woman. No, I'm not reading it right now.
Ooh.
So, it can't come across my desk right now.
Mm,
But as
mm,
of now, I need to where's the black girl?
mm.
So
So
yeah.
Why is it important for you to go into filmmaking and also maintain acting as well?
Because I want to create the projects that I want to see.
Mm,
We're so lucky living in the time that we live in because let's say 30 years ago, it was very hard for Black women to get their
yeah.
projects picked up, let alone Black people to get their projects picked up. So if a Black woman was really doing something and working hard, she really had to like, push her foot forward. So where we are right now, where there's so many different types of mediums and there's so many different distribution companies and streaming services and what have you, now we have so many options. So it's like, yeah, I want to create the projects that I want to be in. Don't get me wrong, I'll still wait and I'll
Yeah.
still audition and I'll still put myself out there because I'm a performer at heart. So
Yeah.
I like bringing to light people's stories. But until then, in the meantime, in between time, I can create my own stories.
Now, you as an actor, how do you get into the mind frame of your characters?
It starts with her hair. So for because I'm a Black woman, so for the rest of my life, I will be playing a Black woman.
Yeah.
And as a Black woman, and you as a Black woman, everything starts with your hair.
Yeah.
You could tell so much about someone's lifestyle, what they like, what they don't like from how they keep their hair. So when I'm given a character and I am given the option to dive in, maybe they may not give me a backstory, maybe I have to create it myself. I
Hmm.
always ask, tell me how her hair looks.
Ooh. I've never heard an actor say that. And that is really smart. My God, girl, damn. You stumped me on that one. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it
So
starts because as Black women, you like, for example, if you know a young Black girl and she's always had long hair, then the next time you see her, she chopped it all off. You know she just went through
you
something
just went through something. Yep.
transformative. Good or bad, she went through a transformation that was needed. You can't do that sometimes with other races and other cultures, oftentimes.
True.
So
True.
when the Black girl does something to her hair, whether she colors it, she locks it, she leaves it natural, she covers it with a wig, you can tell about her lifestyle through her hair.
Damn, that's dope. I like that. I like that. That cultural that we just fire.
We
So
fire.
we just fire. So what is one of the roles that you've always wanted to play that you haven't got your hands on it, and it might not even exist right now. But what is the role that you are just your mouth is watering for it?
I want to play someone else. I really want to be in a biopic. I want to be given the homework and the pleasure, the opportunity to bring someone's actual life back to
Mm.
life. I don't know
Mm.
who it would be because it would be a bit peculiar because it would have to be a dark woman. It would have to be a woman with a little bit of a raspier voice, or I would have to train myself to change my voice. But I
Mm.
would want to be a part of a biopic.
Mm. I can see you playing Nina Simone, even
I
though
mean,
that's already been done. But
if
I,
they could do it again because she was right from New York, we could
yeah,
figure that out. I would
I
love
can,
that.
I could see you playing Nina Simone. Yeah,
I
that,
claim it. Claim
yes,
it.
yeah, because the one they did I didn't like, but yeah,
I don't think a lot of us liked it, but
that colorism was a motherfucker.
that's why we have to come in sometimes and break down those walls. We can't always wait for the big networks.
Yeah,
We can't always expect them to come save us.
yeah.
Sometimes we have to save ourselves and we have to make our own things and do it our own way.
Now you have networks like All Black, Peacock, Hulu, Netflix. They are now pivotal in a lot of households. You
Hmm.
know, compared to like NBC, ABC, and
CBS, the
CBS.
big three.
Yeah, they're not as prevalent as they were back in the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s.
Hmm.
So how do you feel with that? With the streaming services coming more to the forefront and giving actors, screenwriters, indie filmmakers a chance to really show their chops.
I think it is. We are so blessed to have that right now. Because that if we have a free have the world. Now we have the world. We don't have to gear whatever we're making for the NBC audience if we don't want to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
There are streaming services that are so subculture where it's like I can just directly make a project for this demographic only if
yeah,
I want to. Look, there's Boots. For
yeah,
people that like that type of stuff, there is a network directly for you where you don't have to be judged because something else is coming on after it. You like that stuff. So I
Yeah.
think that it just kind of opens the world for us. It's very exciting.
Now, how do you feel as an actor, a black actress, that the stereotypes about black women are starting to really change?
Hmm.
Whereas we're not just the roundaway girls, we just not the single mothers, we're just not on welfare. We are corporate women. We run things. We
Hmm.
are doing everything that they said we couldn't do. How do you feel about those roles
I
now?
want to say that black people are we're not a monolith.
Yes.
We've never been a monolith. And I feel like the world has tried to put us into a box where
Mm-hmm.
we always ran. There've always been black women that have ran companies. There have always been black women in politics. It's just that now
Mm-hmm.
they can't hide it from us anymore.
Yes.
They can't
Yes.
hide it from this. Now it's too many women in politics, too many black women in politics. You can't hide them anymore. You can't
Yeah.
stick her in the secretary office. So I just think that, you know what? Because we're a monolith, if you're a black girl, go pick the type of black girl that you relate to the most because it's out there. I never want to take down, different type of cultures, the things that I don't understand because they deserve to have their shine too.
Hmm.
So I'll never be like, oh, the young ladies fighting on Zeus. No, those are I know girls like that. They are that is a demographic. You look, my nieces give it up like that sometimes, so I get it. They need their products for them too. It's okay, but
Yeah.
fit your category. You don't have to fit into this box. Don't let the world make you feel that you have to be this. We
Yeah.
can be whatever we want to be, good, bad, and indifferent. We have that freedom. I think that black girls right now, black people right now, we kind of on the cusp of having the freedom we always wanted. So we need to
Yeah.
utilize it, take advantage of it.
It's I think it's more so that we all as a collective, even if we're not a monolith, but as a collective, we all, especially black women, when we come together, shit changes.
Oh, big time. And they know that. And they can't
It
hide that from
changes.
us anymore.
The trends change, the finances change, everything change.
Everything changed. Hmm.
So your character on Wicked City now,
Hmm.
um, boy, the first two seasons now, I was like, now come on now, you did not. How is it to? I know, but I was just like, why? But I get it. Now, how do you play into? Y'all are giving me, uh, living single, meet scandal, and how did I get away with murder, all wrapped up into one with a little bit of craft.
Yeah, with some magic on it.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about being in such a dynamic group of women and bringing magic to the screen, literally?
Well, it's so fun. It's so fun being with them. And then again, I feel like we are making history. At the time, it doesn't feel like it. At the time, it's like,
Hmm.
we're just going to work. We're just actors.
Hmm.
This is our job. But when we are done filming and we all go back to our respective homes and we see how people react to us, it's like,
Hmm.
it's more than just a little job.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
it means a lot to us. And it is so much fun working with them because for me, I'm the newer actress in comparison to the rest of the ladies on the show.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so I'm just kind of getting my feet wet in Hollywood. So being under them and seeing their guidance, getting their goals is just refreshing. I'm around people like Vanessa Bell Calloway, where she's constantly dropping gems. Chantal Maurice, Rhonda Mormon, like they're constantly saying something prolific anyway. So
Yeah.
it's good being under them anyway.
I have to say you couldn't tell that you were a new art actor because you played the hell out that role. You
There
played
you
the
go.
hell out that character. I
Thank
swear
you.
to you. I'd be like,
Thank you.
girl, get him.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like it.
I love it. Now, what is one of the things that you want to tell, like, let's just say it's an author on here because I mainly talk to indie authors and stuff.
Hmm.
So if there's an author on here and they was interested in you reading their book to, maybe get an idea for a film, what would you say to them?
DM me. DM me. Send me what you got for a poke chop. I want to learn everything. I want to read everything. I want because I have ideas of my own. But if you got something already fleshed out, send it to me. Just as of now, just so we always know. For now, where's the black girl? Is she the protagonist? Is it the act? Is it two black girls? But I think there has to be a powerful black girl in there somewhere. Other than that, DM me. I'm reading everything.
Mm, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
trying to yes, please, please, please DM me. And I answer people all of the time. Like I talk to I do not feel like I'm a celebrity. I'm a regular working actor trying to create content. Please feel free, DM me, go on. My name is Chanel Mack everywhere. So yeah, I'll read whatever. I need the content. We have to make this.
Shit, you over here talking about you regular degular. I'm over here trying to drink this coffee like I ain't fangirling and shit.
Oh, stop it. You got to stop. And can I say, your locks are so beautiful. My mother has locks.
Oh, thank
And I'm
you.
like, Mama, you should add some color to it. She's so stank. She's like, nah, I don't want it. And I was like, okay, forget it. I'm not suggesting nothing no
This
more.
this was my, you know how you said the girl cut her hair off. You
Hmm
know, this was my moment. This was
and that says a lot. I'm telling you, when you
this.
want to know who a black girl, you want to get to know her, look at her hair.
Yeah, this was my 2025 is I don't give a fuck about you bitches.
Say it twice. Say it twice.
I don't give a fuck about you bitches.
Heh, talk
man,
about it. I look, you can and you can't.
you man,
And you
look,
can't. Black girls, the new rule for this upcoming year and the years to follow, we put ourselves first. Have a seat, rest. We are always at the forefront of everybody's march, and nobody's at the forefront of ours.
that part.
So,
That
every
part.
black girlies, you go out there, you rest, you take care of yourself, you spoil yourself, and you let watch everything else burn around us.
Yeah,
We did our
pretty
part
much. Pretty much. There's an author on here named Nappy. He drew a picture of black girls sitting there drinking tea
on the building, right,
on
and
the
the rest of the
building.
world.
Navi Robbins. He made that. Even though white people try to copy it, of
I saw
course.
like they took it and like
Yeah.
AI'd it.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to Davi. Yes, that's what black girls, that's what we need to do. Work on your skincare, drink water, and we're gonna mind our business.
Do you hear me? Because I've been.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say this. If they take away TikTok, I'm gonna be very upset because I discovered some Korean skincare and I'm
That's
gonna have
all
to
I
figure
use.
out how to order it once this is down.
That's all I use is Korean skincare.
And
That is
well,
all I
you
use.
look like glass. So I
Thank
see.
you. I don't even wear
You better
makeup no more.
you better look like glass. You better look like your daddy named Windex. Look at you.
So let me ask you this. Now, if you could be in a role with a male actor, who would that male actor be?
John David Washington. John David Washington. I want to work with the Washingtons, period.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the thing about John David is I know that the bulk of his training came from his mother, Miss Pauletta. And
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, I think she went to like Juilliard or something. She went to like
Yes,
some
yes, she
big
did.
bati school, like
Yes.
she. So it was like I wonder because your father's a movie star, so I know that aspect comes into your life, and you see that growing up.
Yeah.
And not to say that he's not about the craft, but I know that if you was in the house with your mama, you was raised under that craft, that
Yeah.
artistry, and
Yeah.
I would love the opportunity to work in any capacity.
Yeah. Cause they are a phenomenal family when it
Yeah,
comes.
they're a moving force. If I'm not mistaken, I believe one of his daughters went to the same acting school I went to, Stella Adler.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, he there. I'm happy that his family right now is like that Hollywood forefront family. I shout out to the Washingtons. Denzel Washington is from the Bronx. Well, he's from Mount Vernon, but that's still the Bronx. So, love that for them. But I would love to work with John David.
Oh wow. I would love after seeing the piano lesson.
I saw it on Broadway. I saw it on Broadway. I think I spent my last getting tickets for like front row orchestra seats. I saw it on Broadway because I had to have the opportunity to see Sam Jackson on Broadway. I don't know when we'll ever have that opportunity to have Mr. Jackson back on Broadway, or if he'll ever come back because he don't have to.
You don't. I was about to say that he
He
don't need
he
to
doing
work.
us a favor presenting
Yeah.
himself on stage. So I definitely had to go see that. But then to see how he worked with the entire cast, Danielle was on. It was a great show. So I was seeing them on Broadway let me know like, oh, these are real. These are real actors. These are not just like nepo babies.
Yeah. The piano lesson was so moving and
Shout
so
out to
spirited.
Cassandra, money earning Mount Vernon.
Girl. Oh, happy birthday, Zenzi. Oh, it's his birthday.
Yeah,
I didn't know
it's his
that.
birthday too. 70. Look how long we've had him. We are so.
Between
So lucky to have
him,
that man.
Samuel L. Jackson, and who else?
But you know what? And then there's still Morgan Freeman. We have to go check on
What?
Morgan
Yeah.
Freeman. Somebody
You know,
go
we
check
need
on
to go
Danny
check on
Glover
him.
just to make sure they still good. Because we did lose James Earl Jones this year.
Yeah, we did. We did.
So
We
I mean, don't
did.
get me wrong, he has a fabulous life. And if y'all ever come to New York, there's a James Earl Jones theater. So they did him well. But somebody check on Danny Glover and Morgan Freeman.
Dang, I ain't heard Danny
In
Glover's name in
a
so
minute, where he
long.
at? Let's make sure he good.
Damn. So if you could ever be in a Marvel or DC movie, what character would you want to play?
Okay, so one, I will be honest with you. I don't know the difference between Marvel and DC. Like somebody had to tell me, oh, that's a Marvel character. This is a DC character. However, I would want to, in whatever capacity, be in Gotham City. Is that DC? Is Batman DC?
That's DC.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if y'all want to make a new character, if y'all want to give me some of the old ones, if you want to make me a villain. I want to somehow, in some way, be a part of Gotham City.
Catwoman.
If they give it to me, I look and I'll train for it. I can do my own stunts. So we can figure it
Catwoman.
out.
Or a
Because
new
because
version
Gotham
of
City ain't
Poison
nothing but New
Ivy.
York. So
True.
Gotham
True.
City ain't nothing but New York. Or the Black Panther world.
That's Marvel.
It's not okay. So if I could be somewhere up along the Black Panther, like if my character could be from Wakanda,
Mm.
and then we'll figure it out from there. I'll fight with
Ooh.
Captain America. I'll do all of that.
Mm.
So also, I'm never against being the villain. I actually like being a villain.
Why is that?
So it's fun, and villains oftentimes have better outfits. So look at Claudette.
Yeah,
Look at
she be
Claudette.
Claudette
Claudette.
be snapping.
They snatch her up so much. That nice
Claudette.
Christian lady Rhonda would never wear that stuff, but they snatch her up so nice. So I like villains always have the best outfits. So
Your
I am
outfits
never
be looking
against.
good too.
Well, there was a time, you may call Sharice a villain sometimes.
That is true. That is true. That is
So
true.
I'll leave that up to interpretation. Make sure you guys watch it. But yeah, I want to be in Gotham City
Okay.
and I
Okay.
want to be in Wakanda,
Okay. Okay.
however that looks.
If you can remake a movie that you saw back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s type movies, what would
Corina,
that?
Corina,
I know you fucking lying.
Corina. It was Whoopi Goldberg and Ray Liotta,
Yes, it was Ray Liotta.
and I
Rest in
think it was
peace.
set in the 50s.
Mm.
I would want to remake it, and I would want in the perfect world, if the Lord is listening to me, if I could remake it and Whoopi executive produces it, I want it to still be set in the 50s. Like
Yes.
I don't want it to be like how they reboot and they change
Yeah,
it. I don't
make
want
it
to change it.
urban.
Nope. I want to set right there. Put
Ooh.
segregation into it. Put those
Yeah.
aspects of racism that was America then.
Yeah.
Put it in there and get me a nice, give me a nice little young man to play my opposite. It'll be great.
Oh wow. Damn,
Corina, Corina.
I did not expect that movie to come out your mouth. A lot of people have
Mm.
not watched that and it's a shame.
For me, Whoopi Goldberg is the reason I'm an actress.
Mm.
I remember being really, really young and seeing. I don't remember whether I saw Sister Act or whether I saw Corina, but I remember seeing her on TV and
Mm-hmm.
was like, "That's my mother." And I remember running out the living room like, "Ma, look, it's you." My mother was like,
Mm.
"I ain't no damn Whoopi Goldberg," and she walked out. And I was like, "So who's this that looks like my mother?"
Mm.
And then that's how I kind of just became so enthralled with Whoopi. Eventually, watching her HBO Broadway specials, eventually watching all of her movies, reading her books.
Yeah.
She used to have a series. I don't know if people remember that. She used to have a TV show where Diane Carroll played her mother. She ran the hotel. I forgot the name of it. But I just kind of threw myself into everything. I love Whoopi Goldberg. She's
Absolutely.
she's probably one of my favorite humans.
She's like one of the realest black female actors besides Felicia Rashad that I have ever watched.
She's amazing. And then we sometimes like maybe because she carries herself so humbly, but
Mm-hmm.
she's an EGOT.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, we forget that. Like this lady, there was a time when they had her hosting the Academy Awards every year.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
right now Whoopi's chilling. The View is she's chilling, but don't I always remind people like don't ever forget Whoopi. Don't never in y'all lives. I'll
A
never let
lot
y'all
of
do
times,
that.
a lot of times, the younger generations they like to shit on her because they don't do their research and they don't know.
I feel like
And
well, I don't want to be that auntie. But the young generation can't tell me anything because y'all don't know anything about any. Once I've realized that y'all didn't know that Ray J was Brandy's brother,
Jesus,
once I knew that, I knew it was no saving y'all. Y'all, first of all, I don't think y'all understand how important Brandy is to television and music, period. And then y'all don't know who her family is. Y'all don't know who her brother is, her mom, her dad.
girl,
Y'all
the
know the
minute
Kardashians' whole family though.
oh, say word. I
I not knowing her father is a whole vocal coach to the best singers in the world.
didn't heard somebody younger say that Brandy can't sing.
And that's why they can't tell me nothing about y'all can't read. How about that? Don't tell me nothing. Y'all can't write a script. So y'all don't know how to label an envelope. Y'all can't tell me anything.
Not
So
label.
remember we had to learn how to label an envelope, like
Yes, we
your
had to
address
write in
goes here.
cursive.
Yeah, y'all don't even know where the stamp go. Don't talk to me.
Oh my god! Now, if you could bring back a person that has passed on, now think real hard on this. Only one person, male or female, bring them back to pick their brain. Who would it be and why?
Diane Carroll.
Oh Jesus!
Diane Carroll. The reason, but one, Diane Carroll is one of my favorite artists anyway. Two, she's from the Bronx. So we would immediately speak the same language. And she was a person where her career kind of blossomed and flourished a little
Mm-hmm.
bit later in her age. And I feel like a lot of the reason why we have black actresses being praised as they get older, because they do get more beautiful, is
Yeah.
because of actresses like Diane Carroll, like Cicely Tyson, where they were gorgeous and they were much older, but
Mm-hmm.
they were still stunning women because in reality, it's like there weren't too many jobs available anyway. So, you still have to work well into your 40s, 50s, and what have you. But now, black women get praised for how good they look as they age. Like Angela Bassett, please.
Could
There's
nobody
women
tell
right
her
now
this?
paying for her to look like that. So I would absolutely sit down with Diane because I would want to know that was a whole different world when you were coming in. When
Mm.
she was a part of Carmen Jones, one of my favorite movies. How was that? Working with somebody as dynamic as that, working with Otto Preminger and Fox. How was that? How was the world? How was television when you were coming into Dynasty?
Oh, Dynasty.
Because they
Ooh.
they brought you in, and that's the '80s. That's before they wanted every black woman to look nice. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
'80s where you were coming in as a bitch.
Yes, ma'am.
How was that? You know, Navigating, working through your '70s. How was that? Because she was still actively working, still playing mom and grandma roles, which were great. I wanted to work well until I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
work no more.
The
So
Sicily worked all the way into her
up
90s.
all up at as and that's the way you go out. That's the way you go out. God forbid, but I want to go out on stage. I don't
Mm,
want to be sick in the hospital. I want to be on stage in the studio,
mm,
in my trailer, ready to work.
mm.
So I want to know what that world was. And if I could bring her back and she could see the world that we have today,
Mhm.
I would want to ask her what advice would she give me now that people like her have knocked down doors and we
Mm.
can do things that they only dreamed of. What would she tell me to do? Like I would literally say, what would you tell me to do?
Being in the world of acting, do you think that y'all, since the level has went from here to here now, how far more do you how much more do you want to push it as far as being a woman, not even just being a black woman, just being a woman? How much more can we push it, and how do we get there?
I want to do everything the white men do.
Oh.
I want to play. I like the movie. I'm making a movie now. I won't say too much, but with the premise of it, I said I want to be the black female George Clooney. I want to do. I
Mm,
want. Why do white men get to have all the fun? Why do they get to jump out of planes and blow things up and be cops and be detectives and be villains? Why do they get to have all the fun? They get to have their masks. made in super, in all of the toy stores because they're the superhero. I want to
Mm-hmm.
do what the white men do.
Mm. Now that's an answer. Now that's an answer right there. Because you hear all the time, like, oh, we're trying to break the glass ceiling and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about the ceiling no more.
We can just bust through that. Like as long as we come, because if we come together, as we saw in the election, if we
Mm-hmm.
kind of come together, we can do anything. We don't need the little ceiling. We don't got to move that. It's busted open.
It been
Go.
busted open. It was busted open in the early
Yeah.
2000s.
Go. Now it's just go time. I want to make films
Mm-hmm.
like the white men do.
So when you have people like Jordan Peele and Ryan Coogler, and you even Cat Williams opening up his own film
Production studio.
production studio in Louisiana, and Tyler Perry with his in on Georgia, how important is it for now? I'm talking about men. Now, how it's important for women to put their in it?
Look, I think that it is such a blessing that we have all of these men that have their own platforms now that we don't have to go through it the mainstream way. Look, I just say meet them one by one. And we're going
Mm,
to pitch one by one.
mm,
Everybody's not going to say yes. Everybody's not going to see your vision, but everybody ain't going to say no.
yeah.
So I think it's great. I'm very excited. 50 Cent has a studio opening. I
What?
make more studios. Yes, give us more options.
Mm.
Give us more options.
How do you think when you hear the what can I call them? I'm trying to be politically correct, like not like I usually am, because I'm just trying to be politically correct here.
I mean, do your best. Do what you can.
When the Pale Mafia,
When they
when
come,
the, when they come and they see a lot of people of color and black people play parts that they deem should be white, even though this is fiction, how do you feel as an actress seeing the discourse of them attacking black actress and actors and POCs?
I pray for the day that the Lord grants me the opportunity to play the role of somebody that was originally originated by somebody white.
Mm,
Because these actresses that go into these roles, I just think they don't want the smoke. Now, me, I want on the smoke. I'm not Cynthia Arubo. I'm arguing with you. You're not gonna tell me I can't do nothing. She earned that role, fair and square.
mm-hmm,
I don't even want to, honestly, I don't even want to see a white woman play Elsa Black ever again, not even on Broadway. That's how
mm.
good she did. So, when I see them get so up in arms, then you know what? Then make your own version. Because we made ours.
We do, we do.
We made our own version and you don't like it, so make your own. But
If
I
you
like the smoke. I would love the discourse. Please, please.
if you had a chance to play Diana Ross's role in The Wiz, would you do it?
Absolutely. I was in the Wiz. So my first time being on stage when I was in high school, I was actually in the Wiz. I played Miss One or Ada Pearl, the witch that comes out with the munchkins. But absolutely, I would play grown Dorothy because that's what it was. Dorothy was grown in the
Mhm.
Wiz.
Yeah,
In the
yes,
Wizard
yes.
of Oz, she's 16. In the Wiz, she's like 31.
Right, right.
So I would absolutely. She was 31, gullible from Harlem. She didn't know anything. She was a school teacher. Sure, I would love that.
I'm just saying because I could see you playing in The Wiz, and they
If they
do.
can bring it back, because I know they brought it on Broadway and it was amazing. I know one of the producers, JP. Shout out to her. They did such a good job. But if they want to bring it back to like television, like if they want to do like we don't have like PBS TV movies anymore, but if they want to do like a TV reenactment, and we can make that happen, I absolutely we can make it even more detailed.
I
Because I feel like
Netflix.
every time they do the Wiz, we don't get the backstory of her and on M and what's going on. Only the original Wiz is where we see the backstory and the family and the camaraderie. So it was like give them a little bit of backstory.
I would love to see that. I would. Okay,
Yeah,
Netflix, Peacock, all black. I need
let's
y'all.
fig- let's figure it out.
I need
Tubi
y'all.
got money. We're not gonna count Tubi out. Tubi got good money. So
They do.
Fox, Paramount, who want to do it?
I'm just saying. Now, before we get out of here, once again, I just want to give you your flowers because, like I said, I am a big fan. I am a
Thank you
big
so
fan.
much.
I have been watching Wicked City since I saw it come on TikTok saying that this is going to be a thing. And I have been a big fan, and I think your acting is phenomenal.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I had a person in my class. I was in class this semester, and she was like, "Girl, I follow you, and you said that you gonna interview Chanel Mack." Oh my god, I watch Wicked City. There are so many people that watch Wicked City, and I don't think y'all know how much we love that show.
Oh, I want to say to like the TikTok influence like yourself and the other ones, like TikTok really kind of blew the show up. So shout out to all the fans on TikTok. Y'all actually made the show kind of go viral. We needed y'all, so we do appreciate that. And look, I'm so glad that y'all like the show. I just try my best to be some type of representation. I know I don't represent all of y'all, but I know somebody relates to that character. And that's all I wanted to do.
So, with that being said, what is your advice to anyone who wants to get into acting? And what is your advice to any of the women and males, they dams that are on here that are writing a book and hopefully want to have it in theaters or a web series?
I want to say, well, for my actors, if you're serious about it, because this is not as glamorous of a career as everybody thinks it is. And once you start working, you'll realize that. So if you really want to be a performer and you really want to do it, one, get educated. There's an acting school somewhere. Get the education. Just don't throw yourself into it. And then after you get your education, then you throw yourself into it. And then, you let God work. As long as you do your best, God will do the rest. So that's what I'll give to my actors. To my writers, don't stop. Please don't be scared of your ideas. Just because you haven't heard this idea, nobody's done it before, maybe you need to be the person that blows this idea up. And keep learning. That's for everybody. Just keep learning. There's a class on everything. We can all keep getting better at what we do. And don't be a punk. Don't be a pussy. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Believe, if nobody else believes in you, you got to believe in yourself. When I went to acting school, I literally had no, like my boyfriend, my mother, nobody was like, they were like, girl, why are you going to acting school? You need to stop. Now it's like, oh, can you tell them about that show you on? They didn't believe, but I believed. And you don't need people to believe. You can't fault them for not seeing the vision that God put on your heart.
Mm.
God didn't put it on their heart. So you can't get mad at them either. If it's on your heart, the only person you could be mad at is yourself for not pushing forward with it. So don't be a punk ass. Push forward. That's it. Keep going. Ooh,
You was
my
trying to
ears are so
hold.
tiny.
You was trying to hold on to dear life for those.
Right, you see, because my ears are so little. Oh man, I don't even want to show you. Y'all gonna tease me.
But I appreciate you. I appreciate you for taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you so much for
Um,
having me.
and when is the next season coming out? Or
So
can you
look,
tell us?
y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this. We don't know nothing. So everybody, light your candles. Make your altars, pray to your God, do whatever, cross your fingers, your toes, your hair, your locks, whatever you have to cross, unbind the demons, but help us get to a season 4 because it's only y'all. They only bring it out because y'all are watching it.
Yeah,
So, pray for us. We'll hopefully we get that news shortly.
I hope
Hopefully.
so.
And but I do have another film coming out on BET Plus, February 27th. It is called The Dwen Curry Story, Fighting to Be Me.
Oh,
So I get to be a little bit in a biopic. I get to play somebody for a short period of time. So that was very exciting. But
oh.
yeah, y'all, if you have any stories, DM me. I talk to everybody. I'm everybody's friend. I don't have a fan. I don't have fans. I'm everybody's friend. Period. We friends for life. That's it.
So if y'all haven't watched Wicked City and y'all haven't just enjoyed that show, please go to All Black, subscribe. Because it's not just on All Black, it's on Amazon Prime as well. Subscribe to All Black. For one, it's called All Black. And it's a lot of niggas up in here.
Here, come on now. This is how we keeping our shows on the air.
I was trying to be politically correct, but I
We
just
better get
couldn't.
to the point.
There's a lot of y'all in here. Subscribe to All Black. Support these Black authors because we do want to see more Black authors, more of us in these films, in these shows. So if we want that, we have to subscribe and we have to support.
Yes, we do, y'all.
But once again, thank you so very, 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 very much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. I hope some authors reach out to you with their
Please do.
stories. Because it's some amazing authors on here with some amazing stories. So, once again, thank you, and you have a great day.
You too. Oh, and everybody, Happy New Year.
Yes,
Happy New Year. We did it. We made it. Don't be scared. As long as we stick together and we stand 10 toes down, we will be all right. I can't speak for them, but we gonna be all right. What Kendrick say?
we gonna be all right. We
We gonna
definitely
be all
are.
right. But thank you so much. It was so much fun. And yeah, when the next project out, please feel free to invite me back because it's fun. I
I
love this.
definitely will. I definitely will. You ain't said nothing but a word. All you got to give me is
Say it again. Say it again. Invite me back.
I will, and I will.
Perfect. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta clean the rest of my house. Thank
See
y'all
you.
so much. And watch Wicked City and tweet us. Hashtag Wicked City. Let everybody know that Sharice is your favorite witch. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.